everything.
Hey, how you doing? Good, good. Well, listen, I know we've been talking about getting involved in deals, and one of the most important things I believe is understanding the market cycle. So, Stu, why don't you share with us?
Yeah, okay. Well, I think the number two thing, once you've established what kind of product that you want to start to work with, the second thing you really need to do is you need to understand where that product is in the cycle. In real estate, I don't care what type of real estate you deal with, there's a cycle. We seriously experienced the residential housing cycle over the last few years, and everybody's familiar with that.
Absolutely.
But there's a cycle in commercial real estate as well, and you need to understand how that cycle works. And I'm going to deflect this to Gary because he knows more about motorcycles than anybody.
Cycle is probably, that's just the term we come up with. It's not like a regular cycle. I can't know that I'm going to be in this cycle or in this part of the cycle for 60 days or 60 months. The real estate cycle might take 3 years, it might take 9 or 10 years, and it has. I've been through at least 6 or 7 major business cycles, and there have been at least that many real estate cycles. And Stu's 100% right. Before I trust myself to buy something in commercial real estate, I got to know for sure where I am in the real estate cycle, not because I'm going to be able to buy something cheaper at one time or another, but because I got to know how to buy it. I have to know how to negotiate how to buy a property, and that will depend on whether people are throwing properties out the window, right, or whether people can't get financing for properties, or whether people feel confident that the market's about to recover. I have to know the mood of the people. It's really the mood of the people. The cycle has more to do with emotions than anything else, and so I just have to make sure that I know where I am in the cycle before I take action.
Absolutely. It's like Buffett said, when people get greedy, I get fearful. But when people get fearful, I get greedy.
And that's true.
Exactly right.
And people look at the cycle and they say, well, it tells you when to buy or when to sell. And it doesn't. What the cycle tells you is how to structure your deal, just like Gary said. Even when we go into a period of time when everything is riding high and everybody is riding high and property and product is going at a high premium, there's always somebody who's got a poorly managed property, a poorly performing property, and you can still buy some great deals even in those times.
Maybe he's lost a ton of money in the market, or he lost a bunch of money in Vegas, right, and he's strapped.
Yeah.
And he wants to sell at the top, but you can tell in a heartbeat that he's at the bottom emotionally. I don't mean that we're standing around waiting to take advantage of you. Right. You just have to know where you are so that you know how to negotiate.
And a lot of the sellers, at least from my experience, a lot of the sellers that try to manage a project or a building like this by themselves typically fall in a very, very big problem. They need experts.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So let's get down to it. Let's really show you what a market cycle looks like. Let's begin.